Hello, everybody, and welcome to your reading. Spirit wants to bring you some information about what's up ahead on your journey, the next phase that you are shifting into. So look at the 4 different seasons and decide which one is calling to you. I will start with spring. There are timestamps listed for all of them below. Hello to everybody who chose the season of spring. You chose this because there is going to be conception and a union of energies. That's the next phase of your journey, which means there's something brand new, it's unfamiliar, it's unknown. Whether this journey is about personal growth, spiritual growth, your career, a relationship, it's different for all of you. You're all on different journeys at this time. But what Spirit's saying is the next phase is conception of the new, which allows energies to come into union for you. All right, the threshold. Shall you dare? Card number 1. Yes, see, you are just about ready to step through the threshold to the next phase of your journey, wherever Spirit is speaking to your life. And there is some apprehension, there is some nervousness, because for you guys, you're truly stepping into the unknown, the unfamiliar. That's the next phase. But you need this new energy, because this new energy is going to come into union with you. And that allows for expansion or clarity or manifestation or opportunity. All right. It's different for all of you. Don't let fear hold you back. All right, we've got some psychic healing coming through. Message to really trust your intuition. And oh yes, look at this, transformation. It is a very strong transformational time that you are embarking on, because again, you are totally stepping into new energy. Okay, and if you take spring itself, winter, just depending on where you live in the world, is cold and snowy and bitter, right? There's no growth. The world is sleeping, so to speak, or nature is sleeping in that area. And then spring is the awakening of nature and the birthing of new life. And that's where you're at. That's what's happening. You're going out of the deep freeze, thawing into new growth. But this new growth, these new energies are very unfamiliar to you. So there's a sense of wanting to hold back, especially those of you where this is spiritually based. You may be called to really expand yourself into a new area of spirituality. And I'll tell you guys, that recently happened to me. I was quite resistant of it because of thoughts and prejudice I had around certain spiritual practices and beliefs. And then I just opened up and learned, and I was like, wow. All right. And I see that for some of you where there's like this resistance towards something because you have a preconceived notion of it, but you're going to find that it's nothing that you believed or that you've been told. It's all brand new, and it's going to resonate with you. But don't let fear hold you back. This is card 10. This is a 1. Okay, so the ones, you're at the new beginning. 22 is a mastery number. You've already mastered something in order to get to this point on your journey. And so you deserve this. You've earned this. And Spirit's like, don't hold back out of fear. Don't hold back out of, stepping into the unknown. Don't hold back because, you have a preconceived notion of something. This is a time of great expansion of all things coming to life around you. All right, I feel like this card wants to come out. Oh yeah, look at, yeah, see, some of you, it's like you view something as negative, as like taboo, and it's not what you think, actually. Especially around spiritual stuff, because of that psychic healing. And you know, I feel that whatever this is, for those of you that this is spiritually, this has been something that's come and gone out of your life. Like you've, the universe has tried to expose you before, but you weren't quite ready. And now you're at a place consciously to be able to see something from a different perspective. Right? Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, the Magician, Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. Look at this. Spirit is calling so much to what is coming, what is next. You are very closed off to mentally. However, this phase of the journey that you're stepping into is vital for the process itself and what it's going to freaking lead you into. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you just have this, and you know, if this is about yourself where you really doubt yourself, that could be the message as well. Okay. But this is just like where it's in the mental body, you believe something and it's prevented you from progressing forward. And now you are at a point on this journey where you have to open up to this. You know, you got the Threshold, the Magician, card number 1. The magic within you, the magic within life, the magic in possibility. Okay. Learning to not be afraid of having control and power of your life, believing in yourself. Okay. I feel like this threshold, like that, the newness and the union of energies is a change in your mind, which allows mind, heart, and soul to all be one. Because we have the Three of Pentacles right there, to all become like in union with each other in belief. And then boom, you are just accelerating forward at a very rapid pace. And see, shall you dare? There's something about this next phase that you again feel is taboo, negative, just something along those lines. But the opposite is like the truth of that. And spirits try to show you in multiple ways, but again, it's like there's this pushback in your energy. And now it's like this can't be avoided. You have to come into this understanding, or you have to walk these steps to progress forward. And man, you really do progress forward, okay? So let's pull some clarifiers, go deeper. All right, Strength. Six of Pentacles, the Moon, Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it is going to be a bit of effort on your behalf to trust the unknown, or to allow yourself to change your mind about something, okay? Or to really finally believe in yourself. Apply it how it truly fits for you. Okay, but this, you've come to the juncture where you do have the strength mentally, emotionally, spiritually to overcome, as well as to open up and let something new in. And whatever this is for you personally, It's going to be very balancing in your life. It's going to bring stability. It's going to open you up to new ideas, new understanding, okay? And you're not going to feel in the dark. The darkness is lack of knowledge. The light is having knowledge. And you're coming into some new knowledge. But again, it's like you already kind of know about this, but you have a negative thought or opinion about it. But the truth is, it's going to be very magical and activating to you, especially in your emotional body. And then the 3, again, things you've been waiting on, things you've been really trying to manifest. When your mind, heart, and soul are all in alignment, that's when you build. That's when you manifest. Okay? Like, think of driving a car. You have to have the key and you have to turn the ignition on in order for the car to move, right? And that's kind of the same message. Mind, heart, and soul all have to be in alignment to move forward in a very positive flow with ease. And see, opening yourself up to whatever this is for you personally, it's going to allow a lot of acceleration in your life. It's going to be healing to you, and your mind is going to be at ease. Okay, let's pull some more cards. Look at that. You got strength again. Wow. And compassion. Oh, yes. You know, some of you, this could be about a person. You just see them in one light, one perspective. Okay, and it may even be like some personal experience you've had with them as well. Like, this isn't going to be somebody who's just always been a heavy jerk in your life, okay? This is somebody who you maybe didn't have the best encounter with, or they just seem very cold and empty. Or this is somebody that you've been told things about, and you're going to come to find like there's a whole different story beneath the surface of this person, if it involves a person, okay? And if this is about knowledge, it's the same thing. It's like you've really been fearing or perceiving something in quite a negative light, but through the true exploration of you into that energy, you're going to find that your mind changes about it and you actually welcome it, and it helps you in some capacity in your life. Okay, this is a very powerful reading of embrace the new, push beyond fear, because you're going to discover a hidden treasure, and it's going to be very helpful and impactful for this next phase of your journey. It's time for things to come fully alive in your life. And in order for that to take place, there's got to be an alignment of energies within you. Okay, so we have second house of owning, part of fortune, increase, and 12th house, escape. Yeah, you have fear, or you lack belief, or you have a preconceived notion, and it's preventing you from moving forward. And this is Spirit is saying again, like, oh no, by the acceptance, the openness, the embracing of, it's going to only add to your life, the quality of your life, your knowledge, maybe for some of you, your finances. Different for all of you, as this is a general reading. But where does all these words I've spoken, where does that really resonate in your life personally? because that's the next step for you. You know, your journey is intertwined with all types of different experiences, right? But for the next phase, to reach your highest potential, you've got to open up to something new that you've been avoiding, or opening up to something new by leaving the past behind, because there's been some sort of resistance in your energy, and you could work on other things, but now it's like you've come to the point where nope, it's now or never. Like you've got to take this step to move forward. Otherwise you'll just experience a lot of staleness and stagnation. And Spirit's encouraging you and letting you know that life will only get better. It will be enriched by allowing yourself to go into the unfamiliar, let the past go, or try to discover something from a new perspective, so you can see through a different lens. Forgiveness. I forgive myself for my flaws and shadows. I accept the whole of myself for who I am in this moment. Beautiful advice from Spirit. Self-soothing. I soothe myself with caring words. I allow the space I need to accept my feelings about whatever has taken place. I calm, care, and provide for myself every day. Yes. Be good to yourself. I feel that compassion is also talking about self. The compassion you have for self. Cleansing time. Today, as I bathe, I wash away my troubles. Everything but self-love dissolves and is removed from my energy field. No reason to have any fear. Emotional wisdom. I listen to my emotions. They show me where I can focus my self-love and heal from hurts. I am empowered by what they share with me. I am my own self-warrior. See, Spirit's like, you've got all you need to move forward. Don't let fear, don't let the past, or the bad words of others stop you from truly exploring what calls to you. Because I see it calls to you, but there's fear, there's hesitation to step through the threshold. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello to everybody who chose the season of summer. So the next phase on your journey is going to bring with it a lot of work, putting your work, your energy and effort into something, but it also brings the promise of a great reward. Okay, so this next phase on your journey is a time to really put your all into something. And what that something is different for each of you, as you're all on different journeys, right? But Spirit called you to summer to say, hey, there is going to be some work that needs to be taken care of. But if you put all of you into it, you are going to have a very magical harvest and outcome. So let's pull some cards. All right, Guardian Angel, count on my protection. Oh, yes, you are very protected. All that you are doing, all that you are seeking is protected by your angel, okay? And nobody can come against you or try to take what you've done, because it's yours and yours alone. And there is a lot of protection around it, okay? And even though there's a lot of work to do, there's also a lot of fun times interwoven in this journey, okay? And so if there's something that you really want to try, learn about, or become, but you're like, oh, the time that it will take or the resources that it will take, this is a message of, oh no, you don't want to miss this part of your journey. Jump into it. There's so much fun. Yes, there may be a lot of work, or there may be a lot to learn, or it may require a lot of time, but you're going to have fun, and the outcome is going to be absolutely fantastic, okay? So let's pull some more cards. All right, dragon's blood, anemia mundi. Okay, so again, you are protected, but there may be a lot of fear about where you must travel. And now we have Rose with love. You know, if this is about a romantic partnership, where maybe you feel that you and your partner have a lot against you, like writing against you, like maybe friends or somebody's family isn't on board with this union, or you guys come from completely different backgrounds, belief systems, okay? This is a very strong message from Spirit of, don't let the work it will take to be together deter you from being together, because you guys will blossom, you will grow, and there will come a point where everyone around you comes into acceptance, and if they don't, you guys will create new family, new friends elsewhere who do. Okay, so if you have, this is about a relationship of, there is some form of non-acceptance either in your life, their life, or both of your lives. Spirit's like, no, don't let this go. You will make this through. This relationship is divine. This relationship is protected. Okay, believe in that. If you want to expand yourself spiritually, but you feel nervous of that process, going beyond your comfort zone of what you currently know, this is also a message of protection. You will never be led to anything that's going to harm you spiritually. All right. If this is about career growth, personal growth, whatever the case may be, do not let fear stop you, because you are protected. And anything that you want to discover and explore, that you're curious about, if it just feels like flow, it's all good. If you feel like there's just all these weird obstacles, okay, and it's just bam, 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 but like it constantly, that may be your message. Pull back from this, okay? Use your intuition to truly gauge all things in your life. But yes, this is such a clear message from Spirit, is if you are willing to put in the time, work, energy, effort, you are going to make magic. You're going to have a fantastic outcome to this. Let nothing hold you back. Ten of Swords, the Sun, Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, if this is also beyond just this relationship scenario that I felt very strongly, if this is also about you and your own personal dreams and goals and pursuits and wanting to do something, and there's somebody in your life that has a bad opinion or a negative opinion, does not support what you feel, what you think, it's time for you to, really push that aside and go on your own and push away any thoughts of doubt and fear because of what somebody has said to you. Okay, they're only projecting their own insecurity upon you, because this isn't about lacking wisdom. All right, your choice, this is like, no, this is the next phase on your journey, and no matter what it is, you're being encouraged to take the chance, put in the time, energy, and effort. You're going to have a lot of fun doing so, and you're going to have a great outcome. And I see the great outcome through that Queen of Pentacles as well. And yes, anybody who does not support you, it's going to, either they're going to eventually come around, okay, or you're going to transform so much that you no longer care. You're glad that this negative, dark energy is not in your life, because now See how this is, you know, all light with the ace here? Because now this is how you're feeling, very clear, very sure, very certain, because you also have the sun. All right, you're going to have big revelations, and you're going to have all the strength you need. And here, you're going to stop doubting yourself or your ability. And it's not going to matter the amount of energy, time, or effort it's going to take to make something happen. You're going to be filled full through the energy of the sun to make it happen. And you will. So Spirit's saying the next 3 months or so is going, and look at that's card 12, which would be a 3. The next 3 months, because we're looking at, you know, a season, the next 3 months, it's going to require a lot of work, a lot of energy, a lot of effort on your behalf. But you're being encouraged by your angels, and you're very protected in this pursuit, in this endeavor, in this shifting, in this relationship, whatever it is for you. You're very safe. Don't listen to the doubts of others. Right, 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, King of Pentacles, and 5 of Swords. All right. I feel by you not choosing to move forward, regardless of what it will take to do so, will keep you kind of stuck in this very low vibrational energy of the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Okay, it's time. Something needs to shift. Something needs to be shed. And by you choosing what feels best inside of you, that's the right choice, okay? But also, you're going to be laying down this 10 of Swords and this 10 of Wands because there's just going to become a knowing inside of you. And you're going to decide, you know what, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to pursue. This is who I am. This is who I want to be. However it resonates for you personally, you're just going to decide. And that decision is going to be unwavering, despite anybody else's judgment or pushback against it. It's like, nope, decision's made. This is what it is. And you're going to finally have some peace of mind. Because also I do see a sense of fear of like rejection or being cast out, pushed aside. And by you deciding, no, you know what, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing. If you don't like it, that's your problem, not mine. You're going to have a lot of peace of mind. Okay? And I do feel that anybody, for those of you where this message applies, anybody who is not on board or happy with your choices, your decisions to pursue forward, they will come around eventually. Okay, some of you, this could be parents with the King and Queen of Pentacles. They will come around eventually. Right here through the masculine, doesn't see this choice, this relationship, this path, whatever it is, as viable. This feminine energy feels defeated, like I feel like I want to control, and feels defeated like they cannot control you. But they will eventually come around because you are going to have great success. You're going to put a lot of hard work, energy, and effort into whatever this is for you personally, and then you're going to have your success. And I feel that's when people want to start coming back around. For those of you that applies, because not all of you will that apply. And Spirit's like, you're going to be just fine. Even if you've got to go about it alone, you're going to be okay. You're protected. Spirit has your back. The universe has your back. And whatever this is with that love energy, I see the calling in your heart. All right. Oh, look at this. We've got strength And we've got shadow self. Yeah, that's really the only thing that is standing in your way. All right, is the fear. Am I strong enough to do this? Am I strong enough to go through with this? Am I strong enough to be in this relationship without my family's approval? Like, again, it's different for all of you, but there's a question of your own strength and power. And Spirit is encouraging you, oh no, you are protected. Follow through. And don't let the projections of the shadow of others dictate or taint the way that you see yourself, the way that you see what you are capable of achieving, because that's from their perspective, from their own experience. It has nothing to do with you and your life, your energy, your destiny. Okay, your life lessons. We're all under different energies. And so somebody speaking to you out of their own fear-based energies is from their own experience. And sometimes it's good for us to follow wise words, but sometimes you just know in your heart, oh no, this is my path. This is what I've got to be. This is what I must do. This is what I need to change. Like, you just know it within. And that's when you need to follow your inner knowing more than anything else in this world. And yes, it may require some strength within you, but through this process, the work involved, you are becoming much stronger, and you are going to overcome a bit of insecurity or low self-esteem around yourself. Like, this accomplishment here is going to empower you so greatly, okay? And you're going to be happy that you didn't give up on yourself. Or what you're trying to pursue, or this relationship that nobody approves of. Oh yeah, look at Pluto transformation. Major transformation is going to be taking place very soon. 3rd house with messages and 10th house with world. Okay. Whatever this is for you, it has huge potential. 10th house is our legacy, our reputation, our success, our achievement, our career, our legacy, okay? And so whatever this is for you personally, it's going to transform your life quite a bit in the 10th house, okay? But we also got the 3rd house, which is a card of learning as well as communication. Pay attention to the communication of your intuition. Pay attention to the communication from your angels, from your spirit guides. You are pursuing success. You are walking towards success, whatever this is for you personally, and it's very necessary. And you're gonna, again, even though I do see a lot of work involved, you are gonna have so much fun in the process. Emotional wisdom. I listen to my emotions. They show me where I can focus my self-love and heal from hurts. I'm empowered by what they share with me. I am my own self-love warrior. Love yourself. Be there for yourself. Do what's best for you. Loving energy. As I move throughout this day, I surround myself with loving energy. I consciously place myself within an energy field that supports, protects, and shields me. Yes. I am good. I acknowledge the good I have done in the world, the times I have shown heart, peace, and courage. This goodness is my truthful, frequent experience. I love my inner goodness. Yes, see, you deserve good things. And abundant value. I have so much to offer, and I value all that I can give. I make sure I share myself with those who appreciate my contribution and reciprocate with gratitude and respect. And, you know, if somebody can't do that, and support where you're at and what you're trying to do. Just put some distance there. Like I said, I do see them eventually coming around because you are going to have great success and achievement. All right. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello to everybody that chose this season of autumn. Autumn is a very transformational season, a time of change where we are transforming from the warmth of spring and summer into the coldness and stillness of winter. But also with autumn brings forth harvest and rewards the fruits of past efforts. So the next phase on your journey, though filled with many changes, it's also filled with harvest and rewards. Wow. And those two cards flipped as I said that. Memories I remember and winter frozen hearts. Okay, so remember I just said that autumn is the season of transformation from the warmth of spring and summer back into the coldness and stillness of winter. And what I see here, this being an energy that walks with you through this next phase of your journey, is the way things are coming into fruition over these next 3 months. You're going to look back and remember what it took to get you here, okay? And also people along the way that really disappointed you and let you down. And I feel that through your harvest, through the fruition that's coming into your life, there may be people trying to return back in because of what you've got going on now. And this is a message of it's time to have a frozen heart. It's time to freeze them with winter energy, because whoever was not there along the way, along all the work it took to get to what's about to come into fruition for you, they don't deserve to enjoy your rewards. They did nothing to help you accomplish. Yes, I get it. You know, those who teach us the hard, heavy lessons, they did do us a favor, but spirit will handle them, karma will handle them, and the balancing of their own energy, okay? But for you, it's like what's coming for you, don't let somebody back in that really let you down, okay, that turned their heart frozen to you in a time of need, or didn't believe in you and what you were doing. And now here you are moving into a phase of reception, harvest, reaping, and reward of some really good stuff. All right, Angel's Trumpet with Death. And Dragon's Blood. Okay. Anything that rejected you, let you down, walked away from you, whether person or situational, that's behind you. All of that, any person that is no longer in your life because they chose to walk away, okay? Or anything that you were really trying to create or manifest for yourself and it didn't happen. Over these next 3 months, you're going to realize all the whys that had to end, or it could not come into being because it truly was not in alignment to the overall picture, the overall journey of what you are just now going to start stepping into, okay? And I do see that some of that from the past is going to try to come back in. However, you are very divinely protected. You've done the work. You've done the growth, Okay, you deserve the goodness that comes to you from that. And you had to go through those lower vibrational heavy experiences to gain wisdom, to gain strength. You don't need to revisit any person or situation that brought you those lessons where you had to be strong. Okay, you've already learned it. You got strong, and now look at, here you are today, and you're about to step into like major rewards. And I just feel like the message here is so strong. It's like, don't let somebody back in. Don't let them back in. They were removed from your life for a purpose. And you have struggled. You have gone through way too much. And I do feel for some of you, there was something that you really wanted to happen in the past, and it didn't, despite your efforts. Again, you're going to understand why that particular thing could not work for you because of what's about to happen for you. Right, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Magician, and the Emperor. Okay, yeah. And look at on the bottom, Wheel of Fortune. It is your time for positive vibes, for fortune, for good manifestations. Okay, it's your time for that. Now, what I see here, somebody closed you off or shut you out. Okay, or something just did not happen for you. For those of you where something didn't happen, it forced you into looking into new options, new ideas, new ways of doing things, okay, which was only a positive in the long run for what you are about to manifest. And I do see the manifestation of great happiness there, okay? And now for those of you where this is somebody left you out in the cold, just like closed up because they felt they had better options elsewhere, whether through friends or romance or maybe even a family member. Now they see that all 10 of your cups are filled, that you are doing good. And see, they don't have good intention. They're not coming back because, oh, they see your value and the error of their ways. No, they see what you have and they want to be a part of that. But this here, this is from Spirit saying, oh no, your magic, your energy, your effort, your beliefs, you are like the boss, okay? What's about to happen for you guys, oh my goodness, you're going to feel so empowered, but you've made this happen, and Spirit wants you to know that. Like, it's good to put gratitude and everything out to the universe for the good in your life and to vibe there all the time. But also remember, you know, your reality is a reflection of you. And this great achievement, accomplishment, manifestation, you've got to have just as much gratitude for yourself, because without you, it wouldn't happen. You partner with the universe, all right? And so anything that's magic and beautiful, that was your own energy aligning to the universe, your openness, your willingness, taking the actions, whatever it takes, okay? And that's who you are. You're showing as the Emperor. And what is happening for you, what has manifested for you, you absolutely deserve. And whoever, for you, those of you where this is like a person trying to come back in, they're going to be like, oh, I knew that you would do this, or I knew like that this would happen for you, or whatever. They didn't know it. They're just saying that to try to butter you up. They don't deserve anything from you. And even if they try to do the manipulative route where it's like, oh, well, I did this for you, or I said this to you, or something from way back then. No, you didn't. I got myself here. Thank you very much. Let nobody take credit for your manifestations, your work, your effort, because it wouldn't have happened without you participating. So if somebody's like trying to move in on that, like, oh, well, I did that. No, you didn't. And Spirit's making that very clear. No, they didn't. Chariot. Oh, look at that. 7 of Cups on 7 of Cups. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. High Priestess. And Page of Swords. Okay. Yes. See, anything that did not work out for you in the past, it was a blessing in disguise. Okay. The closed energy to you was actually pushing you and leading you towards your success. And here, it either A, was pushing you towards opening up to new ideas, new energies, new ways of doing things, or this is a representation of a person who was too busy, too focused with other things than to be there for you in the way they were supposed to, okay? Or it's like they just walked away from you to explore other things. And now here you are, you're doing good, and here's a message from them, okay? And yes, I feel like there's an element of this that does make you happy, makes you feel good, like that they actually are talking to you or reaching out to you. But remember, their intention is the same as it's always been. The only thing that's changed here is you, and now they want some of that energy or your manifestation or prosperity, whatever. All right. But also, for those of you where it's like something just couldn't happen in the past, you're really realizing that. You're like, wow, if this would have worked out or that would have worked out, I wouldn't be right here. This wouldn't be happening today. And this, what's happening today, is what I really want. Yes. You've worked hard. You've grown a lot spiritually. And Spirit wants to acknowledge that. Okay. And right here, it's okay if you respond coldly and shortly to anybody who stabbed you in the back, let you down, betrayed you, rejected you, left you in the dust, whatever the case may be. You owe them nothing, regardless of what they say. Spirit's saying you owe nobody nothing. You and I are what brought you to what's coming in, what's going to be happening. And there's also a sense of relief within you, like, you know what, I'm glad that didn't happen, or I'm glad this person's out of my life. Like, no, I don't want you around. Be still. And intuition. See, all I'm saying, you've already felt intuitively. You've already received this message a number of ways, a number of different times in those moments of absolute stillness within you. All right. Everybody attached to this third reading, I feel, is just in general more spiritually based. Okay. And you've been getting flashes of insight about this, about your destiny, your future. And over the next 3 months, you're really like coming into yourself, you're manifesting, and your intuitive promptings along the way are now also being validated of, you know, this person can't be on my journey. This particular thing couldn't work out because of XYZ. Like, there's a lot of clarity and peace and balance that comes to you as well. So that's beautiful. Let's pull some more cards. And also, if you've been like in a mode of just like, you feel like you've been in winter energy, you're coming out of that. There's a big transformation, a big change of like season for you. All right, 10th house, the world. Yeah, a big achievement, a big accomplishment is about to unfold in your life. And look at that. It was your destiny. All right, everything worked out exactly as it was supposed to, even though you have felt off course, lonely, in the dark, maybe really missing somebody through this journey, through this process, okay? But no, it's all going to work out, and you're going to be happy for the way everything truly played out, even if at different times through the experience you were very unhappy, it felt unpleasant. There's going to be a healing, a relief to all of that, because you, major accomplishment here. All right, we had 2 jump out. Let's see what they say. Inner support. I reassure myself, even if life is full of challenges, I have my own back. I say to myself, you've got this. I am not alone, for I am my own best friend. Yes, you've always got to have your own back. And, you know, if somebody has really hurt you in the past, what would you say to a friend if that type of person was trying to come back into their world? You need to take that same advice yourself. Imaginative freedom. I allow my creativity to flow. Whether I write, draw, sew, sing, play, or dance, I will be there. I appreciate my imagination and all its amazing beauty. And we manifest from that place of imagination, right? Boundaries. I only allow caring and respectful people into my inner circle. I maintain this boundary with integrity and kindness. See, yeah, Spirit's encouraging you not to let anybody in close that's already showed you who they are in the past, okay? Divine spark. I am grateful just for being me. I am a miracle of life, an unrepeatable spark of the divine, an unrepeatable spark of the divine. I am thankful for this unique and beautiful experience. There is no other you, all right? And your path is your own, and your life and your destiny is in the stars. And what you are coming into was always meant to be. You just had to do the work to get yourself there, and you have. And now you are about to receive. And you're going to come into a full understanding of why certain things couldn't work out in the past, which is going to be very healing to your heart. And anybody who really hurt you and harmed you in the past, they don't deserve the best of you now. Absolutely not. All right, so those are your messages. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello to everybody who chose the season of winter. Winter is a time of stillness, of quietness, of reflection, of renewing oneself. So let's get into your reading and see what this energy of winter has to do with the next phase on your journey. All right, well, this just jumped out as I was saying that. Signs. Messages are to be seen and heard. Okay, so you guys that chose winter, you've already been getting signs and synchronicities about what is about to happen, what's to come. And I feel for you guys, you're actually coming out of an energy of stillness, of quietness, okay? And you're seeing different signs and synchronicities that are also saying this to you. So this is Spirit saying, yeah, you're coming out of a time of like frozen cold energy into something much more, the sun coming into your life again, and you're getting signs and synchronicities around it. And also you've watched other tarot readings about this exact message right here. Is like everything's going to be okay. The season of your life is going to shift. The energy of your life is going to change. And yes, it is. All right, and when I'm looking at these readings, I'm looking over the next 3 months, all right, because the season is 3 months. So over these next 3 months, whenever you view this reading, you're coming out of winter, moving into the energy of spring. There's new life, new energy, new ideas, new circumstances, new experiences. And right now is like a time of quietness. in preparation for all the activity that is up ahead, up and coming. Right, so we have the Mandrake, sensuality, and Coca, foresight. See, I knew it. I knew it. You guys already know everything I'm going to say. It's just going to be a big confirmation for you. And this, some of you, it's around relationships, finding the one. Some of you may have been single for quite some time, or it's just like anybody you meet doesn't seem like the one. When it comes to love and romance, you've been on freeze. Okay, you've been in the season of winter, and whenever that happens, it's because there's some revelations that we need to have about ourselves. And I feel for you guys, where this is around, you know, finding romance. What's your worth? What's your value? Do you truly know? What are you willing to accept? Okay, because I feel that you deserve more than what you have experienced in the past. And this period of freeze was to bring you more in tune with yourself so that you could understand your worth and your value and see with your own eyes all that you bring to the table, and that yes, you deserve that in return. Okay, and now if this is not around romance, okay, this is around some other area of your life, the message is the same. You had to go on freeze because there's something that you need to learn and know and understand about yourself. It's very important, all right? And the foresight, you've been getting intuitive promptings that this is a time of revelation, of realization, of renewal, of healing. And it's reiterated to you frequently. And now here it is again. And Spirit's saying, let your mind be at ease. You needed some time of quiet, of stillness, of being alone on your own, in your own energy, to figure some things out, to have some awakenings of self. Also with that sensuality, everybody who chose the fourth reading, you need to tap into your sacral chakra and do some healing and balancing and some meditation with that chakra. Right, Six of Swords. The Hierophant, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands, and Page of Pentacles. Oh yes. Very strong that many of you with this fourth reading, it's about love and romance, finding the one, being with who you belong with, okay? I see that strong there at the center. But yes, you're moving into spring. The frozen lake is thawing, and there's going to be motion and flow again in your life, especially emotionally. And with Hierophant coming out, I know that this period of stillness, of freeze, is because there's a lot going on with you spiritually. Understandings, awakenings, activations, very needed, as well as some deep healing. And then here it is. You're coming in to newness, new energies, new happy. The ace is always about the new, as well as the page there. So it's like you're moving from winter energy into spring energy, and you feel renewed, you feel happy, you feel excited, you're feeling passion for life again, okay? Or for what's upcoming, what's coming in. What's coming in is filling your heart full of happiness and joy, okay? And this right here is telling me that, you know, my singles out there, there is a romance that's going to be coming into your life, but you had to spend some time on your own to really figure things out, to really figure yourself out. to understand your past, different situations that you've been in and been through. Okay, but here it is. Life is really going to start taking off again. This is a lot of activity, a lot of messages, a lot of manifestations coming in, abundance, prosperity. Okay, so yes, you are moving from winter into spring. Right, 10 of Cups, King of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the Empress, and 5 of Wands. Okay. Oh yes, see, this is where you are headed. Smoother waters, happier times, a lot of emotional and mental stability. And I feel when emotional or mental energies are start getting out of whack, it's because we've got a lot going on in our life, right? But for you, this is showing perfect flow, which tells me that there's a lot that's going to be in harmony and in sync for you. So there's not those crazy choppy energies that you're trying to navigate through. You are moving into a period of great happiness and prosperity. And then here, these two energies actually, this to me is about romance, all right? It's like Spirit has the perfect one for you, and it's going to help you get there, all right? And this relationship will be filled with abundance and communication and highly like philosophical, deep conversations, but a lot of attention, a lot of positivity, a lot of prosperity, all right? Now, for those of you where this is not around a relationship, you do feel that you've been shut off from like a lot of happiness, from flow, from excitement. You have had a lot of worries hanging around on your mind, and that's what's prevented you from being in flow, being happy. You just, like right here, the 8 of Swords, feeling unable to move, feeling frozen, like that winter energy, not feeling inspired, not having a lot of passion within, not knowing what the next steps are, feeling kind of alone and on your own. Maybe for some of you, you just feel like you don't even have friends or family who is really there for you. But remember, the journey through the winter energy is to awaken you to aspects of self, and for you really knowing your worth and your value and what you bring to the table, because people treat us in the ways that we tolerate, in what we'll accept, not so much based on our worth and our value, but what we're willing to accept, okay? And so this has kind of been a wake-up call to you to see who you are, what you bring to the table. You know, not everybody deserves your energy or your time. And also life picking up more. Like I said, more social activities, lots of messages coming through. Maybe some people that you've kind of just been a little bit at odds with are going to start coming around and being much better human beings to you, because as you recognize your worth and value, others naturally will as well. But you're going to move out of this and you're going to go through a period of prosperity. All right, you've had to have great patience, okay? And look at this, compassion. Compassion for yourself. I feel part of this journey through winter was bringing you into having more patience, having more compassion with yourself. And look at the bottom, we've got balance, bringing your energies into balance for you to know who you are and what you bring and what shouldn't be tolerated. And, you know, also bringing you information about yourself and different things about self that may need improvement. But you're coming out of this, and there's a lot of good stuff up ahead. It's almost like you're going from winter into like summer, filled with fun, filled with happiness, excitement, things going on, things happening, a lot of prosperity, new life, new energies flowing in. 12th house with escape, 7th house with partnerships, and Uranus with a genius. Okay. Yes, 12th house energy, you have been working on a deeper soul lesson, and that's why you went into freeze mode, because this is something that you are meant to really understand and complete and be done with and move on from. Okay, a lot of you, this has to do with relationships. Okay, with the 7th house of partners coming out. But 7th house is also about karmic energies and balance of energies. And I feel that's what you're coming into, is balance. And Uranus is the planet of the unexpected, the shock, the awe. And so it's almost like you go to bed one night, it's, you know, a raging blizzard storm outside, and you wake up and the sun is shining and the trees are green and the flowers are bloomed and the birds and the bees are all about. Like, that's how this is. It's going to be a shift like that quick for you, which I think you're very, very grateful for when it happens. But you have learned a lot. You've been doing a lot of soul growth. And all of that experience is transforming into wisdom. Tomorrow is bright. I allow myself to feel optimistic about my future. The journey of my life rolls out before me, a mysterious discovery of co-created adventure. How beautiful of a message is that? Yes. Farewell to pain. Because I love myself, I am willing to let go of what hurts me. I make peace with myself and take care to assure I am in a self-loving moment every moment. Yes, be gentle, be kind with yourself. My energy is abundant. The more I love myself, the more energy and vitality I have to share with others. I am full of love of life. And lastly, compassionate change. Today I treat myself with the deepest compassion. I ask myself, how can I help you, my dearest friend? I listen and make changes that reflect my ever-growing self-love. Okay, so like all of these cards that popped out at the end are about loving self, knowing value of self. And for a lot of you, that's been your struggle, okay? And we think like when we're experiencing, you know, negative relationships, that's working against us, but it's not. Those negative relationships are trying to force us into revelation of self-worth and value. And what I see for you, you've gone on freeze to have a big revelation of who you are, what you bring to the table, okay? Especially in relationships. And you, like I said, you've already been getting this intuitively with that foresight. You may have even watched readings that have told you you've got messages are to be seen and heard. And, you know, even if you really loved somebody and they were just awful to you and destroyed you, and they're out of your life, and you keep getting like messages of, you know, move on, move forward. It's time to listen to that, because that person was no good for you. They were only there to teach you a lesson, to push you into self-love, for you to know who you are and what you bring to the table. You have a lot to offer, a lot to give. And for all of you that chose this fourth reading, you're moving into a very abundant, prosperous period of life after, you know, a very frozen, dark, cold period. But during the deep freeze is when we are being pushed to go within, to figure things out, to see things from a different perspective. And you're going to move out of that very, very soon and move into this prosperity. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.